How's it going, everyone? It is Emmanuel coming to you with another devlog video. So it's going to get right into it. A little work has been done. So I want to start in Blender just to show you. This is not the final game model, but I've just been practicing with Blender, sculpting and all that stuff. And I started with a head model and just went from there. I have a lot of extra duplicates. Do not change. Let's see. Yeah, so just practicing. And because I was going to make the actual in-game model, but I was thinking, no, just keep practicing and use what you have for the next iteration. So that's basically what I did. Okay. Everything, there we go. So that's that. And then I did not texture it in Blender. I used Substance Painter to give it basic colors. And I think this is the first devlog that I'm using my new PC. It's a gaming PC, so it will handle all the game development. So just simple colors. For this model. Nothing too crazy. I keep forgetting to fill in this and update the map. In fact, let me see. I'll do it later. So that's what I did for that. So we'll close Substance Painter, and then what I did is I just ran the model through Mixamo to get, because I'm using Mixamo just to get stock animations for now, but I realize soon I'm going to want and have to make the animations I want to use in game, because I'm thinking if I really flesh the system out, which is the main mechanic is the combat system, if I really flesh it out with the stock things, so far, like fighting, the way I'm thinking to really make it fun and it flows, like timing is important. So if I get the timing with the stock animations, all that will have to change. But anyway, so in Unreal, so I'm just going to show you what I have right now. Excuse me. The last alpha, like Alpha 0, was kind of basic, one punch and attack, damage, death. But then I decided to work on the core mechanic, which is fighting. So far, what I have was using a mouse for the attack instead of the controller. It's basically just combo punch, and as you see, no matter where I attack from, just like most beat 'em ups, the enemy will face me. Collisions. There's collisions. I'll show it. Collisions, both hands and both feet for Yuzuki. Of course, a combo. Well, you don't have to rapidly press it. and there's a slight pause in both user key and the enemy. So if you punch, you see like this, it's like a slight stutter. Boom, boom. It's a slight stutter, and then it completes the animation. Which, if you notice fighting games, any type of attacks, but especially fighting games, beat 'em up games, if you notice when attacks connect, there's a slight pause, and then effects, sounds, and then after the pause, the animation resumes. It follows through. Kind of like animations, especially animes. But when they hit, it stops, kind of like the impact, and then it continues. So, but that's pretty much what I have. The enemy does nothing, just reacts. So I'm gonna pull up user keys BP, just to kind of show you in the enemies BP. I guess the anim BP as well for both. So what I did at first, I realized to use pre-built assets along with tutorials that I'm following, that I have watched. I'll link some in the description that I have watched and have pulled stuff from and learned. But also, it hit me to, I don't have the I don't need that. It made me realize to pull free assets from Epic's old game. What was it, Paragon? And I'm just looking at pre-made stuff. So like I just pull the countess in, and like just like the combo system, even though people have posted on YouTube like the combo system is pretty much the same. Just looking at that and her anim BP, and just kind of thinking why and how. So if I go to user key, and I'm trying to organize the blueprints as I move along. So here, checking player live, setting health right now. I know people are like against like event tick, so right now the only thing I have in the event tick is the camera lock, which locks the camera on the axis, which in this case I believe is the Z axis. So when you jump, the camera does not follow. And I could probably do it as a function, but it called timer as function, but it makes it too jittery. But if anybody knows a better way or different ways to lock the camera that, you know, to where I don't have to use the event tick, let me know. But if not, like this will be fine, because this will be like the only thing in the event tick. So of course movement, the combo attack. So the combo attack is checking first is falling, so basically are you jumping? If you are jumping and are not attacking, do nothing. But if this returns false, then you go into the combo sequence. Which do I have? I have slight delays because set movement, because when this keeps her, well, this is part of keeping her from moving when attacked, like sliding. And oh, it's the enemy. So the attack system, this is the start of the damage enemy, on begin overlap. Okay, here's for user key, here is that pause I was talking about. So when this one is the left hand collision, which is this guy. So when that overlaps with, right now I only have one enemy, but I think I will do a array, like a class array to pull. Like if you're from any of this class, but for right now it's just one enemy. But if you overlap with the enemy, first it's gonna do is get a cast from Yuzuki's Atom BP, which is here. It's just gonna grab the current montage being played, pause it for the delay here, and then resume it, do once. And I just got print string so I can kind of keep up. And that's for each collision. So then we jump over here. And of course, the montages, they all have some form of notifies. Some aren't being used because some tests just didn't work. But I'm basically trying to keep all notifies in one spot. So this is notify for the combat save, combat attack save, and the reset combo. And down here is the collision calls to turn on and turn off collisions for each collision sphere. Because if I just did a notify, just one notify for all of them, they would all turn on and off at weird times and interact with things that they shouldn't interact with. And so yeah, that's it for Yuzuki. The basic enemy blueprint is a little more dirty because this is what I was trying to figure out, the damage. Well, to respond. So I think this is, yeah, the overlap with Yuzuki, then print string hit, stop movement, and then this is where it breaks down into, if you're hit by this attack, play this and a montage, and then the same thing cast, so I can delay the montage. And then this is to launch. This is a function. Did I make this function? No, I didn't make the function. This is just to launch the player back. Because like in those games again, when the player is hit, depending on if it's a light, medium, heavy hit, the player's launched back. So this, I'm just getting the actor's forward vector and timesing it by a float number. And that's it. So Yuzuki's 4 attacks, so there's 4 different hit animations that I'm using. So that's what that's being called. And of course, getting the attack names from Yuzuki so they can match up. Printing location. I just had this to get the location between Yuzuki and the enemy. Event tick. This is just, I can actually get rid of this or disconnect this. Just hit location. Did I make hit location? Yeah. Oh, the custom event. I thought I made a function. This is just setting like the distance, what's considered front and what's considered back. From the distance from the start point of the enemy and the target being Yuzuki. That's why you saw in the play it print screen front. So like I'm front, now I'm behind the enemy. So that's what that's getting. That's pretty much it. The enemy's BP doesn't have anything right now, but that's pretty much it. So next, I'm not sure. I really, But right now, honestly, if you follow me on Instagram, um, Twitter, I'm kind of updating with what I'm doing, but also if you follow me on Patreon, I put a link in the description. You you kind of have an idea. Like, I'm designing more of the bosses right now, and so I might do another bit of the art chunk, and then come back to the programming. Because I might go ahead and actually do the in-game model as well as one of the enemies, the in-game model, and do animations, and all of that will be done in Blender. So, but anyway, appreciate you watching this devlog. Not much, but it's getting there. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them down in the comments. And this enemy is just palette swap of Yuzuki. But take care. Have a good day, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are. And be safe. And I will catch you guys later.